All right, guys, so once you've created an account with Labster, I just kind of wanted to give you some tips on how to make it work for you. This is something that we normally would have had to pay for, but because of what's currently going on, they're going to let us use it for free. And so it's a little bit glitchy in terms of how to sign in and just kind of how to use it. So I wanted to give you a video to give you some tips. After you've created an account, you should see this page right here. Anytime you've clicked out of Labster and let's say I assign you something a couple of days later and you try to go back in and you try to sign back in, you might have some issues with it because it is a free account and because it is such a unique circumstance. So whenever you have trouble signing in, go back to that original link that I sent you for the day one introduction, that original link that I sent you to click on to create an account. And then you should have had something pop up to ask if you wanted to save your password, and it should let you enter based on that link. So you should be on a page like this, and obviously we're going to be under biology. One of the first labs that I'm going to have you do is carbohydrates, the sugars that feed us, because this week we'll be talking about diabetes, and I thought it was a nice a great enrichment activity. So then you're going to come to the loading page. Notice it says right here that please stay on the tab while loading. The loading will pause if you jump to another tab. So you can't go, I'm gonna go check my email, I'm gonna go watch Netflix while it's loading. It will stop loading. And then notice it says at 25%, there's gonna be a really long pause. So just sit back, look at your phone or something like that, because there is a little bit of a long pause right here. And speaking of pause, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video until mine loads to 100%. Okay, it took less than 2 minutes for mine to load. I just stood up and went to the kitchen and got something to drink and it was ready. So I'm gonna push start here. It might take a minute.
Welcome to the Blood Sugar Lab. Here you will learn how your digestive system absorbs carbohydrates, the main fuel for your body. But first, let's get familiar with the virtual lab.
Okay.
The simulation uses voiceovers.
Let me wait till she's done talking.
Click the speaker symbol on the top right of your lab pad to switch to play mode. If you disable the sound effects, the lab pad will slide.
All right. So I'm gonna disable everything because I think that would be the easiest way to use this. So what you see, obviously there's a hand and it's holding something that looks kind of like an iPad. The first skill that you need to have, or the first thing you need to know how to do is to get the iPad down and then to bring the iPad back up. So to get the iPad to go down, you click outside of it and then it goes down and you can kind of navigate around. This door right here is like the secure door to go into your $1 million laboratory. And of course, this camera is like the lady that was talking to you. Her name's Dr. One, or I don't think she has a gender because she's a robot, but whatever. And then to pick the tablet back up or the iPad back up, whatever you want to call it, you click on the upper right-hand corner of it and it comes back up. This gives you all of your instructions. So you pick it up, read the instructions, put it back down. Pick it up, read the instructions, put it back down. Obviously, when there's a continue button, that's going to get you to your next set of instructions. All right, so I'm just going to say, if you would like to, go ahead, yes, please walk me through some features. That will really help you out, but I'm going to put no thanks, I already know how to do it because I'm going to let you go ahead and figure that out. And so I'm going to, let's see, what is the... I see an arrow right here. And so what that's telling me is I need to use my mouse to go over here. And it's telling me I need to open a locker. Okay, so I'm going to open the locker. Oh my God, this is so official. I get to, oh, my hand isn't connected to my body. All right, I'm going to put on a lab coat. Then I'm going to come over here. And, oh, it keeps telling me to go to the side. Okay. Oh, cool, I need to put on some gloves. So I know that's good hygiene in the lab. Now it wants me to go over here. Finally, I'm going to get to go through these secure doors and it's going to, all right, so it says your friend is planning to run a marathon and she has asked you how to best prepare for the 42-kilometer long run. You're gonna read this abstract. You're going to answer some questions about the abstract. Let's see if I remember. It's this one. Yeah. All right. And then, view images and stuff like that. And then you just move on with what it wants you to do. But remember to scroll down. You do how you normally would scroll down on your laptops. You answer questions. You can still view the paper and just use the buttons. Don't get frustrated. Just kind of if you're having issues, just start clicking on things and then you'll figure out, oh, this is what it was asking me to do. So I'm going to put it down and then eventually I'm going to go into a lab, and the purpose of this lab is for us to see what foods cause the highest blood glucose levels and what foods are basically the best if you're carb loading for a run. And then it's going to talk to you about insulin, and then it's going to talk to you about diabetes. And so I thought this was a really great lab, and then you're going to get to look at graphs and stuff like that. It's pretty simple as long as you know what it's wanting you to click on. So if you're having any trouble with it, I don't mind making a couple more videos walking you through it. We are going to use this platform several times, especially through test prep. Once you get used to this lab, you're going to find, oh, wow, this actually is a really good way to go through this material since we're not in the classroom. And the other thing that I really like about it is that you don't have to fill out a handout. It holds you accountable as you go by you answering these questions, by keeping score up at the top. Once you finish an activity, what I'll have you do is just take a picture with your phone or a photo with your phone. And I know you're going to think this is kind of crazy, but just to make sure everyone's being honest with it, I need I need something kind of around the screen so that I can compare pictures, make sure that the same people aren't sending the same picture and people are getting out of the activity. Everyone's got to do it. And so I think what I'll probably have you do is just like put a thumbs up in front of your screen, take a picture of it. That way each picture looks unique. But I'll give you more instructions on that a little bit later. All right, let me know if you cannot get this to work. I need to know now, sooner rather than later, because I don't want anyone to get left behind on it. All right, thanks for watching.